everyone, welcome back to Shed Show Talk with me, Paul, and today we're going to be looking at where the disclosure of UFOs is. Where is it up to? And there's just been an exclusive in the Express that claims that the world is about to be told that aliens exist and that they are here on Earth. Now, this comes about as a brand new group in the disclosure movement, which are called the Disclosure Activists, are saying that there is alien life out there, that our governments know about it, and that there is a truth embargo continuing on this subject. The co-founder of this group is called Russell Kalaka, and he says that recently there's a systematic effort from within the US and other world governments to release this information to the public. The senior strategic advisor to the organization, which is Victor Vignaghi, they've all got kind of alien names, added all the evidence that has been accumulated by researchers, military witnesses, testimony, and acquired from declassified government documents over the last 70 years points to three very basic conclusions. The planet Earth has been and is being engaged by off-world civilizations. Now, what are the chances with a new president sitting in the White House, a president that has spoken out about secrecy? What do you think he's going to do? Well, here's a picture while Trump was on the campaign trail of a UFO in trail behind his helicopter. And he's actually been asked this question before. This isn't new to Trump. He was actually asked this question on the campaign trail. And what did he say? Let's take a look.
What are you going to do about UFO files? 22 countries have disclosed their UFO files. What are you going to do about that? Has anything crossed your desk? UFO files. UFO files. When are we going to disclose? Are we ever going to disclose?
So, there we go. This guy continues to ask Trump, what are we going to do about these UFO files? What are we going to do about them? Are you going to disclose them? And Trump just kind of smiles. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't react to the question. What? I mean, this guy is stood there asking Donald Trump. He's within striking distance of Donald Trump, and he asks him about the UFO phenomena, and Donald Trump just seems to ignore him and continue on his way. That to me doesn't sound like a man that is going to release this subject to the public or look like a man. But maybe he was being political there by not revealing his truth. He has also spoken quite a lot about some other issues with regards to space travel. Let's take a look at that.
We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the Earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow.
So that was at Donald Trump's inauguration speech. And actually on his way there, this video right here, taken by Fox 10, shows two unidentified flying objects tracking Donald Trump's plane. So we don't know how interested Donald Trump is in exposing the truth to the world population that these aliens exist. But check this out right here as this UFO crosses right there. Incredible footage. He's going to his inauguration and this UFO just crosses the bow of his aircraft. There was actually two UFOs here that crossed into Donald Trump's aircraft that was taking him to the inauguration. And that was the first one, and here's the second picture here. So there was a white UFO and this darker UFO. And regardless of whether Donald Trump is interested in aliens or not, they are very clearly interested in him, following him on the campaign trail. And I remember when I saw that article about the UFO following his helicopter, I had that feeling that he was going to win. Up until that point, I didn't think Donald Trump would have won the election. But as soon as the unidentified flying objects, the extraterrestrial life, started taking an interest in Donald Trump, I knew he had it in the bag. And check this out. Here's Donald Trump holding a disclosure book. And this is actually the chronicles of John Titor. And for those of you that don't know who John Titor is, he is actually a time traveler, or said to be a time traveler from 2039 that traveled back to the year 2000. And over a 2-year period, there was internet posts that had came up of John Titor talking about world events and a world war that was to happen in 2012, and that the United States would be split up into 4 separate countries, 4 separate unions. And obviously that didn't happen. And some would say that he came back to warn us of this, and these events were meant to start in 2004, and he actually changed our fortunes. He changed our path of history away from what would be disaster for the human race, a nuclear war where pockets of survivors would take refuge. And the picture you're seeing right now on the screen is supposedly the machine in which John Titor traveled back from the future to talk to us about his experiences. I mean, obviously nothing of what he said has come true, but did those warnings suffice? I guess we would never know. And will Donald Trump come out and reveal alien life to us? Will he unlock all of those files which are just buried so deep in the United States secrecy? We just don't know. But other groups before this group that had come up, this disclosure group that has come up, actually have tried. So the disclosure activists aren't the first people to try and get disclosure. In fact, one of the best known groups that really has made the biggest effort in history to get disclosure would be the Disclosure Project itself. And the Disclosure Project is a research project that is working to fully disclose the facts about UFOs, extraterrestrial intelligence, and classified advanced energy, which they say will unlock humanity's future. They have over 500 government, military, and intelligence community witnesses testifying to their direct, personal, first-hand experience with UFOs, ETs, ET technology, and the cover-up that keeps this information secret. And the leader of this project is Dr. Stephen Greer. And I've got to say, I think Stephen Greer has single-handedly done the most for disclosure out of anybody in the ufology field. And there's a picture of him here on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. He's even created a documentary where they found, and in the middle picture you can see this little tiny skeleton. It's tiny, which they believe to be an extraterrestrial that was found. And I'm going to put a link to Stephen Greer's documentary, SIRIUS. If you haven't seen it, check that out. It'll be in the description below here. But they have literally an army of military and government personnel lining up, willing to tell their story firsthand about their contacts with aliens, their evidence that aliens are visiting the Earth. And Stephen Greer himself has briefed presidents of the United States on this matter, Bill Clinton being one of them. And still, yet this group that is probably the best organized disclosure group I've ever seen has still not gained disclosure for the world to see. They've still not gained that disclosure. And you can check out Stephen Greer. You can actually go on trips with Stephen Greer where they go UFO hunting, and he talks about all sorts of different methods to be in contact with extraterrestrials. No matter what you may think of Stephen Greer, his achievements have been outstanding in this field, and yet today we still do not have disclosure from the American government. So to this other group that is out there, it's great that we're getting more momentum, other groups coming on board with disclosure. I guess we have to kind of wait until they come up with something. Like maybe these guys know something. There is also a doctor which is in the other disclosure group as well. So I guess we're going to find out. But are we going to be seeing disclosure this year? I just don't know. It absolutely feels like we're moving closer to disclosure, but I have to say, and I'm going to put the video for the Disclosure Project itself below, and it just has witness after witness of military personnel, government personnel that have been in, mainly retired, coming out and telling their story. So the real question is why is this truth still being covered up today? What is it that is preventing this truth that's going to change humanity forever from coming out? One thing's for sure, there are plenty of people jumping on the disclosure bandwagon. In fact, former Blink 182 frontman Tom DeLonge has claimed a big announcement in the world of alien and UFO disclosure is due in the next 60 days. And this was published on the 8th of March. So we're some 30 days away from a big announcement on disclosure if the frontman or the ex-frontman of Blink 182 promises. So all of these people now are jumping on board, placing their reputation for disclosure on a big announcement. Something's coming. And with all of these voices talking and speaking, you only have to ask yourself, is the truth going to come out? And is it going to come out soon? We just don't know. We're going to keep an eye on it. But right now, we're going to go into some UFO sightings from around the globe that have been sent by viewers and also have been reported across the internet. Okay, this sighting takes us to Gateshead near Newcastle in Great Britain, and this guy recorded a fleet of craft, and this is just nuts. I'm gonna show you here the picture of this. Here's a close-up to whatever this object is that's flying around the skies here, and there's two videos that come with this report, and it actually looks like one of these crafts lands over the houses in the distance, and you can actually see spears being ejected from these crafts. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this video, and he actually does slow the video down here as well. So if you're not seeing it, don't worry, it's actually going to slow down a little bit. Okay, here it is. So he slowed the video down, and you can see coming across the sky is this object just moving at an incredible speed across the picture here, across the video that he's taking here in Newcastle. And what could this be? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Of what this could be. Let's take a look at the second video that he's posted up here, and you can see that this craft actually lands. Like, what the heck is going on in this video? So keep your eye just to the right of the screen. There you go. Did you see that? It like shoots up, comes up from the ground here. Look at that. Boomerangs up and comes straight back down and just disappears into the ground. What is going on in Newcastle? This is a very populated city in Great Britain, and there's lots of people in this area. If you live in Newcastle and you recognize where this is, get out there with your camera and see if you can identify what on earth this is that's going on in the skies in Newcastle. I mean, I just haven't seen a video like that where, you know, this object is literally going from the ground and then shoots up and across. Just really, really, really bizarre footage here. What is that? You just see it flying up through the sky and just zooming straight back to the ground. I mean, is this some kind of underground UFO base in Newcastle? What do you guys think could possibly be going on here? Let us know in the comments, and if you live in that area and you know of any bizarre, strange going-ons, let us know here at shedshowtalk@gmail.com. Again, shedshowtalk@gmail.com. Incredible eyewitness footage coming from Atlanta in the United States. Check this out. in this video, we have helicopters, we have orbs, UFOs, everything. They actually write a description here of what it is that we're looking at, an area that we're looking at. So there's a British petroleum oil refinery here, and these things are just hovering, invading the airspace over it. I'm going to roll the video and you can hear them discuss what it is. They actually took this with an iPhone, so the video, they took it the wrong way around, but I don't want to correct it because you're not going to get the full screen version of this. But just check this video out. I'm just going to let you watch it.
You should see the colors on the screen. What this thing is in the top right's doing.
Oh yeah?
Look, come over here. Look at the blue one underneath it.
Oh, what?
It looks totally different on the screen than it does.
It really does. And
What
look
we're
at
looking
the
at.
lines coming in and out.
Yeah. I can't make that out with my eyes. And the helicopters are over there.
Oh, that's clear as day now.
That's as far as I can go. Okay.
This is wild, dude.
All right.
Alright, so here is an overview map picture from Google Earth of that refinery in Atlanta, Georgia. What are these lights that are hovering over? And this isn't the first time that UFOs have been spotted over these kind of facilities, and certainly not the first time that they've been interested in how we conduct our electricity and our grids and our nuclear power. And in fact, just last week I reported on a UFO hovering over a turbine, a wind turbine. So certainly it seems like they're fact finding and gathering information on us in many different ways. They've been over military installations. If you were in Atlanta, Georgia and you saw this, maybe you work at the refinery, get in touch with us here at shedshowtalk@gmail.com. And if you've got any sightings that you want to share with us, put it in the comments below, message us, email us. We're always looking for viewer sightings, and we've reported on lots of those in the past. Listen guys, thanks for watching our video this far. Me and Beth really appreciate it. It's so much fun having you guys with us as we follow the path of disclosure, mystical events that are happening across the world, and span news that Beth is reporting on. We really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button on the way out and the little bell so you know when we've uploaded the next video. You never know what you're going to find with our videos. Again, thanks for watching, and from me, Paul, I'll be seeing you guys soon.